Hey, it's okay. We're back. And while Allison is upstairs packing a bag.
Oh, it's the evening again. It's yesterday again.
We've gone back to yesterday. Because we've got one group of people who have not made it there.
What?
We've got one couple that haven't made it to the morning yet.
Oh, to the morning. I was like, made it to where? When? The fuck? Got it.
While Allison is upstairs
Mm-hmm.
packing a bag, Noelle comes out to the car.
Margot is actually like she's kind of let the seat back or whatever, and she's got like music on. She's trying to give them their privacy.
How well's that going?
It's fine. Like she's just like on purpose not listening, like, and that would be evident.
But obviously she knows when Noelle starts to approach the car.
Yes.
So
obviously that is a more apparent sound than the other sounds. So she will turn it down as Noelle gets close and open the door and just sort of like stick her foot out, wave.
Hi.
Hi. Something wrong?
I was just surprised you were out in the car.
Allison said she wanted to talk to you.
That doesn't mean that you need to wait in the car.
I didn't want to get in the way of you guys' conversation. Sure, you guys have stuff to talk about that doesn't involve me. I don't have to shadow her. She's good.
Has something happened?
What hasn't happened? What do you mean?
Just in terms of the two of you.
What, between the house and now?
Between your house and now.
I mean, it's just, weird, just like anything else, I don't know. I think we're adjusting. Why? Did she say something?
Your mother has the same face.
I've been told I look like her, yeah. What?
Yeah. I meant expression.
I don't know what you mean.
I feel like we haven't had much time to talk, you and I.
There's a lot going on.
There is.
More important for you to be talking to Allie and, my parents and stuff. I'm just here, It's all good.
Yes. And you're also important.
Thank you. I mean, it's not really what I meant, but there's stuff going on. Like, you don't have to, I don't know, chat it up with me. I'm good. It's okay. Yeah.
There are so many ways and so many things that I would like to tell you, but I think that the most important one is that you're not important to me because of your connection with Allie. You're important to me because of you. Just you. As you.
Thank you. What are we I don't really know what we're talking about here. I mean, yeah, I mean, I get it. I just what did I do something? Are you about to tell me something? Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't. You haven't done anything wrong. I am just very aware that you try to minimize your time around me, and I don't know if it's because you think Allie should have that time, but some of that time is yours too.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I think, I think she should have that time. If there's time that we're, I don't know, standing around talking or hanging out or whatever, it's time you could be spending with her. I didn't lose my mom for 15 years, She did.
She did. But
she's got a lot of time to make up.
when I was away, I wasn't just thinking about Allie, I was thinking about you as well. And Noah.
I appreciate that. But
you're all my godchildren. That is how that works.
Allie's not, though.
Allie's
your
not.
kid.
No. She is my kid.
I mean,
but
my mom and dad are
after your mom, after your dad, before your grandma, I held you. And I promised that I would be there, and then I broke that promise.
It's not really your fault.
It's not, but
time travel bullshit. Sorry.
Well, yes, time travel bullshit. But the point that I'm trying to make is time with Allie isn't the only time I'm trying to make up.
I get it. And I'm not saying, like, no, I'm not. I don't know. Questions too. I've wondered, obviously. But I guess what I'm saying is that even if that's not the only time we're trying to make up, it does feel more important, I don't. Shit's a lot harder for her. I've got so much support. I've always been pretty well taken care of, almost to the point of not knowing how to do anything by myself.
You are a lot more independent than you realize, and a lot more capable than you realize.
But I haven't had to be, and she has.
Just because you haven't had to be means you aren't.
Mm-hmm.
No. Just because you haven't had to climb a 9-story building doesn't mean that you couldn't. It just means you haven't needed to yet.
I mean, I can do that. That's pretty easy.
I know you can. Have you?
A 9-story? I mean, not 9 specific. That's a weird number of floors for a building. But like,
ask your mom about it sometime.
Okay. I. Why are you telling me this now?
I am somewhat hoping that you stop avoiding me.
I'm not avoiding you.
Talk to me. And if you have questions, to ask them.
If I start asking questions, I might never stop.
That would be quite the change.
I don't know if Allie's told you this, but I am not known for asking questions about things.
We have been working on that. Ask your questions.
I mean, right now, like I don't like
If you
now.
have any.
I'm drawing a blank now. I have a spot, but like I don't know. There's a lot going on now. I feel like every day I'm learning about a new thing, and as I'm learning about it, it's trying to kill me. So like, now there's a cuckoo out there. It's not a bird. It's a thing. I don't know. Have you met one before?
Not to my knowledge. Met a lot of things, but not a cuckoo.
Did you guys learn about them in school or whatever?
Yes. But what we learned was loose. The problem with a cuckoo is the second you start to understand what it is, it will start to change to hide that.
So they don't make friends, I guess. There's not like a camp counselor cuckoo for training purposes or whatever.
Not really.
Shame.
Yes. And I mean, if anything, they're a little bit too similar to psychics in that people don't trust them because they can pass as so many different people, right?
Yeah.
Would you want to be friends with someone? Would you want to be close to someone who could become someone different, could become you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could trust them, I guess. But
how would you even know?
I become something different every month. Every couple weeks.
Yeah, you do.
It's about.
But it's the same thing every month.
As far as I know, yeah. You're still talking to my mom?
Right now? No.
No, I mean not at this second.
No, I mean since she left.
Yeah.
I send her messages every now and then. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are pretty close. I'm surprised you're not. I don't know. Didn't you miss her?
Yeah, I did.
She's just gone.
She'll be back.
She'll be fine with that.
I am on board with the reason she went.
Yeah, I get it.
We are hunters, and part of the job is going away, coming back. part of her job right now is to figure out what happened to your memories, and so
You guys gonna go back to hunting together?
I'm not sure. We're both used to hunting alone or with different people. I don't know. We haven't talked about it very much.
I don't think she hunts with anybody else. I wouldn't know. I've only known about it for a couple of months, really, but it doesn't seem like that. I don't know.
I don't think she does very much either. And if I'm honest, I think your mom is a little bit afraid of me hunting at all.
Why?
In case I don't come back.
I can't really say anything to that other than, I mean, you made it back this time.
Yes, I did. Thanks to you.
Probably shouldn't say that too loud, I guess. Sounds like I might have gotten myself into trouble.
With death.
Among other people, yeah.
I spoke with him too.
You're not mad at me, are you?
For what?
Changing things?
No.
Okay.
Is that something you're scared of?
I don't know. I just don't want to hear you say it, I guess. Margot's kind of like avoiding eye contact now. It's just like
Just
too tender.
too much. It's too much. Help.
Help. Just, I know she's scared right now, but she really loves you. And like always talked about you. Like for as long as, I mean, for however long we've like trusted each other or whatever.
Hmm. Do you trust her now?
Yeah. With my life. I don't know if she trusts me, but I don't know if she trusts herself either, so.
I don't know where she's at, but she's struggling.
Yeah.
She wants to trust.
It's not easy.
It's not. She is closest to trusting you.
Trying not to mess it up.
I don't think you can.
You'd be surprised.
Would I know?
Yeah. Can do a lot of things people don't think that I didn't think I could do. It's kind of my whole thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Climbing those 9-story buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Turning into a lichen, a werewolf. Mid-air, jumping off a cliff.
Jumping off a cliff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Getting a psychic to trust you.
It's in her blood. That's part of the whole blood pact thing, isn't it? That's just, it's a joke. It's a thing that I say. It's not a real, I know. But yeah.
You got her to trust you before either of you knew about that.
That's how I know we're not, whatever we're doing, us being together. I mean, it might not be like scientific or like I might not have any evidence or whatever, but that's how I know it can't be wrong. We wouldn't have found each other if it was.
Who said it was wrong?
I mean, Dave, everybody has at some point. I know we're not supposed to be what we are to each other.
I was more asking where you got it specifically.
Parents told me. Dad said it. I said it. Everybody said it at some point. Even if they weren't telling me specifically, they were kind of hinting at it.
Why do you think that is?
And at this point, Margot thinks about the conversation she's had with Lai and how much of that may or may not be a secret. And how much of that may or may not have been told on purpose. And she goes, I've been thinking about that for almost a whole year now. So I always figured when you came back, you'd tell me.
What did you roll and what was the result?
Oh, I wasn't rolling anything.
Oh.
I just picked my dice up.
I see. Well, I'm just going to pick my dice up.
Put them down again?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's rolling them. That's different.
So like, just picked his dice up. Sometimes you just pick up your dice.
If I don't let them know I love them occasionally, they get cranky.
That's me and eating them. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I guess that.
Okay, my food's at the door. I'm gonna go get it because we're talking about eating dice now.
Okay. I'll go take that out. It's too sharp, this one. You're not getting eaten again. I'm sorry. You're too sharp. This is an anti-eating protection measure, I've noticed.
There's a comment there. It's like, yeah, some people like that as well. They also get cranky if they aren't eaten occasionally.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Sam, could you give me another use magic roll?
I can.
Thank you.
4.
Oh, thanks. Oof.
Max Giddings. I think this might be the first time. This session is the first time I think I can remember marking experience. No, that's not true. I've definitely done that.
You get +2, so it's a 6?
No, I get plus nothing.
Oh.
plus nothing.
I will tell you what that's in relation to. I mean, it's to do with the...
It's weird, not sharp, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's weird. You're using magic. It's weird.
That's why.
Weird. It's a little weird.
It's weird, you know?
I don't think even a +2 would have helped, given their roll.
No. Well, you would have got a 6.
It's fucking making checks. You're not even in the same scene as we are.
No, but like there are things that need to be done.
Okay.
On a miss, you lose control of the magic. This never ends well. Oh boy. Okay, cool, fun. You gotta love when a game just tells you what is supposed to happen.
You know who else has magic rolls? Tal. And yeah,
You're gonna make any.
they're scary.
Cool.
No, I know.
Okay. Noelle says, if I knew categorically why you shouldn't be together, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Why not?
Psychic.
Like it.
Visionary.
Werewolf. What are we doing?
Going through the thesaurus?
We're just like saying words that to describe us. Margot.
There are things I cannot tell you that I see.
Yeah, the rules and all that, but
yeah,
there's rules and then there's history, right? Like you can't tell me shit that you see in a vision for whatever reason, because you see so many years in the future or whatever. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. But as my godmother and the mother of my girlfriend, who is a psychic, who historically I'm not supposed to be around, it's like not it's not you telling me about a vision if you're telling me about a fact, right? Like there's a reason, right?
There is no proof historically that I have found as to why you shouldn't be together.
How long have you been looking?
Chantal can't do math.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was 15, 16, 17.
Did you see us in the... And Margot just kind of like goes off into... She's the math...
No, not until I was 20.
So what?
I first saw you both when I was 20.
Like this?
Yeah.
So what were you doing before that?
Being a kid.
I'm wondering why lichens and psychics can't be together?
Yeah. Curiosity.
I'm going to leave that right where it is.
Because it didn't say anything about sexuality, just about closeness.
Who told you?
My mom.
I guess her mom told her, and her mom told her, and her mom told her then, right?
You can only assume so.
Helpful.
I wish I could be more help than I
Not your fault.
am.
I'm on purpose not asking you what that has to do with my mom, because I don't want to know. But like, this is why I think we should have books. That's all I'm saying.
It's entirely possible that it is a smart idea rather than a tested idea. That said, I'm also here and definitely alive, so maybe it is a scene idea.
All I'm saying is, if the rule was that important, somebody would have tried harder to keep us apart, I think.
Maybe they did. Backfired on them. Problem with foresight.
I think that has something to do with what happened to my memories.
It's a guess.
You did say that. It's scary.
Yeah, it can be. I'm just gonna... And she stops for a moment.
Stops.
She stops talking. Falls to her knees.
Oh dear.
And her nose starts bleeding.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
And then her eyes stop bleeding.
Margot will go to her side, and she's stammering like, what do I do? Are you okay?
And her eyes haven't closed. She is looking around.
Yeah, Margot's having a meltdown, but she's trying to help while she's doing it. She's trying to help, but she's having a meltdown. Yep, for sure.
What I love right now is Margot's having a meltdown. There's a whole house. And Margot's just like, I will freak out right here in this space. Thank you.
You don't want to move her. You don't move someone when they, I don't know. Like
you don't. I feel like I should ask you to roll to keep your cool, even though we know you don't. So do it at a -3.
Rude.
Let's see if we end up in minus numbers.
No, we don't actually. It's a 7.
With the -3?
That's correct.
Okay. What I'm going to say is Margot is internally panicking. Allison runs outside.
Externally, Margot knows what she's doing, like as far as like first aid goes or whatever. So she's like, you know, but she's freaking the fuck out internally.
Yep. And as Allison comes outside, check whether or not she's the same. Oh no, she cool. She's cool. She's calm. Relatively. So she comes over and sits and lays Noelle in her lap.
I don't know what happened. We were just talking, and she's having a vision. I didn't. Is her eyes supposed to be bleeding like that?
It's a big one, I guess.
Does that ever happen to you?
Not this big.
still breathing, so that's good. What do we do? Just sit here? Or... Okay.
And after like a horrible 2 minutes of just staring Noelle bleeding, she comes back and says, "Oh,
Are you okay?
oh,
Do you need water? Oh,
yeah, water is good."
Margot's gonna reach into the car and grab a big ass bottle of water.
I need to go to the just bed, tired. Water.
Okay. She hands her a big bottle of water and will scoop her godmother. Not like that.
Oh.
She's gonna
shovel her godmother. I'll scoop her, yeah.
And say, Allie, you have to lead the way. I've never been on the other side of your house before.
Mm-hmm. And Allison will lead Margot over to her mum's room. On the way, stopping and asking staff to bring water, to bring food, snacks, that kind of thing. They look startled, concerned, frightened.
Yeah.
It's rare to see someone's eyes bleed. That's not a thing that's common.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's not a common thing, and so they're all having a moment. They're like, "Do we need to call someone?" And Noelle is still lucid enough to say, "No, she does not want anyone called."
Yeah, I think Margot will ask that question once they're in the room, privately. She's like, should I, no, but seriously, should I call some? Should I call my parents? Should I call somebody?
Ari will panic. Ari will panic.
Yeah.
I just need to sleep.
Margot's gonna look at Allison because she doesn't know what the fuck to do. She's like, this is not jurisdiction.
Allison does not want to move. But she also says whatever she says. She can't tell anyone what she saw. And anyone she speaks to now is going to know she saw something.
So what do we do?
She leans down and gives her mom a hug.
And Margot's gonna go get a washcloth and some tissues for the eye bleeding,
which has stopped. It's not persistent. It has stopped.
There's blood on her face.
Yes, there is. Yeah, and she will use it to clean up. And she will just get comfortable and sleep. She will fall asleep.
Okay. Well, I think Margot will. I think she takes a seat near the bed for a little while and lets Allison just sort of I think they stick around for a while.
Mm-hmm. Until she's sleeping peacefully.
Yeah, and they're sure that nothing else is going to happen. But Margot will make sure that Noelle's phone is near her.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of looks at Allison and goes, "What do you want to do?"
What we were going to do before.
You still want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call her if, you can call and check on her.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gestures towards the phone on the nightstand. And kind of shakes her head and gestures towards the door, like, yeah, okay, let's go.
And they will... I'm going to, for expediency's sake, they are going to follow Rafe.
But this is the evening, isn't it?
That's the late evening, yeah.
Aren't they meeting the next morning?
Yeah, but it's at daybreak, right? It's daybreak at daybreak.
Well, yeah, it's daybreak at daybreak. So,
but Allison doesn't necessarily know that.
Oh, so they're just following, right? They're just gonna stake out.
Basically, yeah.
Did he not give a vague time?
He said morning, but not daybreak.
Ah, fair.
And
They're gonna do a stop.
She has no idea. And she is far too anal to risk missing that time.
So they're gonna sleep in the car.
So they're gonna sleep in the car.
Well, Allison's gonna sleep in the car.
I don't even know if Allison sleeps in the car, in all honesty. She's never seen a vision from the outside. She knows it's a vision. Like, she knows what must be happening. She's never seen what is happening.
I mean, that is harrowing, yeah. I wouldn't sleep.
Wait, that's what I do to people? Oh, that's
what
not
it looks
okay.
like?
That's not okay.
Shit.
That looks horrible. I hope I never do that again. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Rafe, I'd like you to roll 2d6 for me.
7.
Okay. The werewolf and the spy kid manage to stay outside of your range. They hear everything. Because that is doable. They're outside. And both of them would know the school well enough to find somewhere from which they could hear everything that happened.
Or Margot's just acting as a walkie-talkie.
Or Margot is acting like a walkie-talkie and actually eavesdropping.
And now Rand is saying, and then Rafe says, what about
Does Margot do the accents?
She'd try.
Try the accents. That's hot. Does Margot censor aspects of the conversation if she starts doing that? If that's what they do.
Censor?
In the sense of Ren saying, yeah, she shouldn't trust anyone. Does Margot start to give a different...
Until that point, she would have said everything like verbatim.
Yeah.
And I think that when she says like, oh yeah, she's got a good reason not to trust anybody, or like she shouldn't trust anybody, Margot will then instead begin to editorialize. She says, she's still going to tell her, but she's going to say like, and now Ren's saying that you shouldn't trust anybody and that psychics shouldn't, and that she doesn't trust psychics for whatever reason.
Okay.
So she just switches like point of view, like from
she's
first person
from first person to third.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So it's just at the point that Rafe is giving the gift that Brooke walks past.
What?
Brooke, just for a little bit, you notice that there is a conversation happening, and every now and then Margot's just going, yeah, and glancing over, but then also saying things. That's what you've got, really.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Brooke
Why
thinks
now?
it's simply none of her business.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke would be right. Brooke would be right. And if Brooke would simply mind her business, you know, we could all Just pretend this didn't happen. Is there something I have to do as a result of Brooke walking by?
I feel like you should roll to keep your cool, frankly.
Roll to not be aggressively triggered by your nightmare best friend.
Aggressively triggered.
Slash turned on.
Could probably roll to turn someone on or something.
That's true, because this is the first time that Margot has seen Brooke since the dream several weeks / a month ago or whatever. And as I did describe last session or the session before, Brooke is really truly hotter than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the Dutch.
There are story reasons for this. This isn't just me being like, yeah, Brooke is really hot. There's like story reasons also.
I believe you. I would believe you regardless, but I thank you for clarifying.
I mean, yeah, it works either way. It's like, yeah.
What did you get, Danny?
Oh, 7.
7. Okay.
What did Brooke got? 9 to turn on.
Okay.
Of course she did.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, cool. Sure.
What?
Huh?
What?
Well, Margot keeps her cool. That's nice.
She does not.
Allison with a 4.
Yikes. Tries to yank her by the hair.
Sees Brooke. What are you doing here?
Brooke, who is simply walking through the parking lot. She said, does she roll down the window? Does she open the door?
I mean,
how does Allison say this?
So the way that I've kind of pictured it, Rafe and Ren are in the courtyard. Allison and Margot, a short distance away, presumably near a building just around the corner, right?
Okay, I thought they were like in their cars still for some reason.
No. Brooke's getting to school, heading towards going in a direction.
Brooke is simply at school.
Yes. Allison didn't realize. Allison didn't know. What the fuck are you doing here?
Whoa.
Going to class? Since when did you two become peeping Toms?
What? Margot up to this point would have been facing neutrally and then facing Allison at the what the fuck, because she's trying to turn away from Brooke, who gave her the like stomach drop feeling that you see when you see you see someone that you don't want to see. Intimately, that one. You know the one.
The one. Yeah.
Anywho, but then Brooke says that thing, and so like Margot kind of like, what? Like, who's a?
Oh my god, it's a joke because you're obviously spying on Rafe. Also, what is Rafe doing here?
Can we not do this right now? Can we not do this at all? It would be great if we didn't do this at all. And she's like looking between the two of them. Can we not? Can we just not?
So, how's life?
Margot's gonna give her girlfriend a look. Small talk? Like, she's not gonna say that, but she's.
Oh, I mean, but it's also not, because.
Yeah, because Brooke's dead. So it is a jab. That does not escape Brooke Kaufman.
Oh,
that
shit.
Is a jab.
Yeah, no, Margot's an idiot. She doesn't track that at all, because Brooke is hotter than she's ever been, so that like
it's gone.
She's still cold, but it's not not a factor right now.
Mm-hmm. I did roll a 9, which we have not resolved, by the way.
We have not resolved. Allison's. What are the 3 options? Hang on.
Should I roll separately, or does the 9 apply to both?
You know what? Roll separately. That one is a Margot. Let's be honest now.
Margot is going to get embarrassed and act awkward. I know what my options are. I know my
I know what my options are.
We've been there. We've done that. Whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That's a 3 for Allison, but it sure is a 9 for Margot. That is
not
correct.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
Yeah.
right. That's what that is.
Margot goes, she's still hot? No.
Allison
Never.
feels that. Allison feels that.
No. I didn't say she got the tinglies about it. I said...
Take him by...
All I said was she acknowledges.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She
I suppose
acknowledges...
You are intellectually aware.
She's intellectually aware that Brooke is still hot.
Is Margot intellectually aware?
Hotter than ever.
Yeah, because she's gonna get embarrassed and act awkward, you see.
I see. She
so
must
that
get
is
intellectually aware.
The overwhelming feeling right now is, why is my girlfriend making small talk with Brooke Kaufman? And Brooke Kaufman is calling us out on what we're actually doing, which is eavesdropping on Rafe over here. And she's kind of called that out very astutely. And also, I don't know whether my girlfriend is going to punch Brooke. And I can't do this right now. None of us should do any of this. Can we? And so what she says out loud is, can we not do this? It would be great if we didn't do this at all, but can we not do this right now? It would be... Hey.
Life is great. I have to get to class early. And Brooke will turn to go.
Margaret kind of nods and kind of goes to turn back to Allison. Good, we got through that.
How's your new job?
Poor Margot.
Brooke has taken a step. She stops. She turns and flips her hair over her shoulder. Great. Keeps me out of trouble.
I bet it does.
You're welcome, by the way, for the help, Margot.
I said thank you.
What help?
I didn't know you were going to be back this year.
What help?
She helped me find you.
Why?
Or rather, she distracted somebody else so that I could go to where you were.
Why?
I took one for the team.
I don't know why. She just did. She's kind of looking at Brooke while she says that, and it's not as hard of a glare as Allison is probably giving Brooke right now. It's just I don't know. Because deep down she knows it's because of friendship.
Yeah. Brooke furrows her eyebrows. Because it's you. She says to Margot.
Margot's gonna shrug. Shake her head. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said,
and
then
I'm back because you were right. Trying to do the whole normal thing for as long as I can.
Good for you.
I'm not bullshitting. I really do have to go to class early, so I'll see you at lunch.
I haven't seen you at lunch before now, but yeah, I guess. Later, Kaufman.
She waves as she walks away.
Margot looks full of consternation.
Consternation. What a SAT words for these emotions.
Rafe, Allison wasn't quiet. Please roll.
No, she wasn't.
2d6 for me.
Way to go, Allie. You were doing so good at being spy until you weren't.
Maybe 4.
Oh, yep. She was being quiet enough.
Rafe's mind is elsewhere, much like Margot's.
Rafe's dealing with his own stuff right now. It's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Margot's gonna turn back to Allison, and she's got the soft puppy eyes on now. She looks kind of sad and tired.
Allison turns on her heel and walks in the opposite direction to Brooke.
I think that interaction was yummy for Brooke's tummy.
I'm sure it fucking was.
Yummy.
Because Brooke's still Brooke, and Brooke had to bring it up, even though she knows Margot said thank you, and gave her a kiss on the cheek and everything.
She doesn't know if Allison knew that.
Yes, she didn't, and she had to make sure that was known.
Brooke is still Brooke.
Still Brooke.
In many ways.
And that's what Margot has taken from this conversation is Brooke is still Brooke. Cool.
But Brooke is still Brooke, which is also a good thing.
Yeah, but also Brooke is still Brooke.
Really would do anything for Margot, I think.
Yes.
Which she basically did just say in a public space in front of Allison, like
to her face too. Yeah, and that's I mean that's big.
Which is worse, actually.
It's Brooke is still Brooke, but also Brooke is still Brooke.
Yeah, it's
the same thing.
What's your pro and your con?
Yeah.
Or like what's the red flag, green flag? Is that Brooke is still Brooke.
Brooke is still Brooke, but also Brooke is still Brooke. Yeah. So Margot will turn on her heel as well and call after her girlfriend. Where are you going?
Doesn't matter right now.
It definitely does. I'm not.
Once Rafe has given the gift to Ren, does Ren just like thanks and leave?
Yes.
So probably because they've probably wrapped up at that point. Mm-hmm. Allison get a text from Rafe.
Yeah.
Basically, just like along the lines of, I was right. It was an interesting conversation. When would you like to hear about it?
She replies saying now.
Oh, where are you?
Near the quad.
Is she gonna even like couch that with I'm at school? Like
based on time of day, that's an easy guess.
Yeah, but Rafe doesn't go there.
But also, like that's where Rafe is. Just like
that's where Rafe is. Rafe could look around.
Like,
Allison turns.
Just like
Allison stops, turns, heads toward the courtyard now.
Margot's gonna go. Seriously? She's got her feet planted. She's got her feet planted because she's grappling with the fact that if she chases after her right now, she's feeding into all of the stereotypes about her being a puppy. What was that?
Just checking.
Checking for what?
What she just did. Which is shut someone down.
Rude.
She came across poorly. But she's gonna give you a condition.
Do I get to give her one back?
Yes, you do.
Cool. What's my condition?
Hangdog.
You get petty. No, petulant.
Ooh, petulant's good for that.
Mm-hmm. So she gets to Rafe. Hi.
Is she wearing what she was still wearing the night before? Yeah. They've changed? Okay.
Yeah.
Margot is.
She went and packed a bag. She has clothes of Margot's at her house.
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah. Well, actually, it would be more what she buys to keep for Margot.
She has a set of clothes in Margot's size.
So they are.
She has clothes that look good on Margot.
Right.
That she has purchased.
Why does Margot look like she's cosplaying as Allison?
Right.
No, it's not that.
Margot looks nicer and more put together than she usually does.
Correct.
She's wearing a, like, I don't know, she's wearing like a tapered shirt and like a fucking like, she looks very sleek today. Yes. And fashion. Very sleek and fashion today.
She looks great.
And she looks
Which to Allison right now is worse.
And she looks great.
She looks great. Well, she looks great. Brooke got that? Brooke got some of that.
Brooke saw her.
Got some of that?
How dare.
I made her.
So much. There is so much going on in Allison's.
When Allison comes up to Rafe, are they still, Allison and Margot still like apart, or are they together?
Oh yeah, Margot's not moving. Margot's gonna lean back up against the building and just like look at her phone. Just fine, whatever. She doesn't want to blow their fucking cover because Allison's being a big baby.
Rafe, upon walking up to Allison, says, Morsha, tell me, what was the first thing we talked about when we first met?
When we first met?
What did we talk about? What was that?
What? After I cleaned up your Gray's knee.
Yeah, what did we discuss?
Oh, this is a Chantel question. Hang on. This is my history also. This is also a history I have. I have this history.
The MC doesn't remember.
We did talk about this. We talked about a lot of things. One of them was trust. One of them was her.
Is Margot with like?
Oh, she's definitely within earshot. As in,
like, yeah, I was gonna say
when she indicates her head, it's just like, oh, Margot's just over there.
And Margot will look up when she hears her. She will she does look up from her phone. She goes,
It better be me. It better be me. You talking about me?
No, not like that. Even more like the, yeah, I am listening. Yeah, you're damn right. Like, right. What's up? Hey.
Well, look at that. We confirmed two of them at one time. Hey, Margot.
Hey.
He says without raising his voice.
Hey, Margot says without raising her voice, even though that will not make it.
See, it's like, it's not how. Oh, okay. Didn't think you'd be here this early. Well, I take that back. Didn't think you'd both be here this early.
Sometimes I get to school early.
Well, like I said, both of you. Laughs.
If I'm at school, Margot's at school.
Like I said, interesting conversation.
What did you learn?
I think I'm losing my touch, or at least getting sloppy. She's a lot better than I expected. Or both. Might be both. Keep feeling like she's getting more than I am every time we talk. And that wasn't even the point this time. Still. From what she said, while you were growing up, and she was there, she was the one reporting back to your mother, to let her know that you are okay. And to be clear, she specified that when she says that, she does not mean your aunt. She means your mother. She said that she was making sure that you were safe, that you were not going to get hurt, not going to get yourself into danger you weren't yet ready for. And I got the impression this was not something she was doing. Like, I don't think she was doing this for any organization. I don't think she was even doing this for your mother. I think she was doing this for her. Now, why that is, I don't know. But my impression is that for whatever reason, she was invested in you being okay as much as that was possible in the moment. I, as Sam, I'm trying to remember if there's anything else pertinent, because Rafe isn't holding anything back. Like, he's not holding back, and he's not editorializing. He's just like, this is what was told to me.
So you gave her what she wanted.
Well, I did promise her a gift, so I gave her a gift. She wanted the gift of presence.
Did she say why she was using it?
No, but I mean, I'll know once she does.
Right. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure. You okay?
I'm fine.
Ooh, that bad then. A rough time. These are the kind of interesting times you might curse someone to live in. It's a lot easier when you just didn't care. But not as rewarding.
If you say so.
Well, I can only speak for myself. But I've tried both, and I know which one I prefer.
Brooke, where did you go?
I mean, Brooke went upstairs to class. She really did.
She said what she was doing.
She really had a plan.
She missed the first day of school, so she just, this is her first time in this class now because of how the AB days work.
Mm-hmm.
She had to get the
making
class
sure
early.
She didn't miss anything. She's gonna read the syllabus if there's a syllabus.
She's gonna read the syllabus.
She's not gonna read the syllabus. She's gonna take the syllabus.
She can put the syllabus in a folder.
Am I the only one that reads a syllabus?
I love a syllabus. You know me.
I love a
Really
syllabus.
okay,
absolutely, good. I love a syllabus. But this is Brooke.
Brooke
doesn't need to read the syllabus.
Yeah.
Brooke Kaufman does not need a syllabus. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Somebody say syllabus again.
Syllabus.
Thank you.
Silly bus.
Silly bus.
It is a silly bus, isn't it?
It is.
If you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Where did she need to be?
Just before she goes, he's like, one last thing, Shah.
Don't kill nobody.
And he just sort of he holds out his hands to sort of hug her. Not, lets her go to him if that's something.
Roll for hug.
It's more like she does. It is stiffer than usual.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's the worst feeling.
She doesn't fully soften into that hug.
Sure.
Like, she hugs because she knows that she should.
Yeah. But using that as a way to sort of essentially be able to whisper in her ear so that we're less observed, I guess. I get that things are hard, Shah, and that this situation is just all kinds of shit. At the end of the day, I'm in your corner. I'm not a hunter, not anything. What I am is Team Allison and Team Margot.
Okay.
And then sort of hugs her a little bit tighter, and then.
She nods. And, I mean, she is a little bit softer after the hug, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
the last thing she said was, please excuse me, I have somewhere to be, in a very formal tone.
Yeah.
So she does soften slightly at that. Thank you. And then she's following off where Brooke went.
No! Leave her alone!
She's what? Hang on, she's
Following off where Brooke went. She's headed
Leave
towards...
Kaufman
She's headed in
alone!
the direction of
Brooke's
a
gonna get
Kaufman.
jumped.
What are the odds that they just happen to have that class together? And it's
Y'all
fine. That's just where
talk
she
a
has
lot
to go.
of shit. Y'all talk a lot of shit on Brooke Kaufman, but Allison Finley?
Margot has not said a goddamn word. She knows who she's dating. She knows. Margot knows.
Margot knows.
That's why when Brooke showed up just now and started walking, Margot turned towards Allison, not towards Brooke.
That's
she was
valid.
protecting Brooke.
That's valid, actually. Okay, yeah.
I'm keeping her from you.
Everyone always thought that Margot was protecting Allison. No.
Allison can protect herself. Here's the thing, though. Brooke, run.
Yeah, Brooke's had 1 day of combat training. And at this point, 2.5 years of Skylar Moore, so she's
all right.
But that's no black belt.
She survived Skylar Moore for 2.5 years, though, so it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Oh,
she's been dead for part of it, but that's,
survived most of that. Sorry.
Yeah. She did okay when she was alive, too.
Oh, boy. God damn it.
The hug softened her, though. So
Brooke gets to live-ish.
Rafe's looking out.
So Brooke gets to half live, and...
Rafe saves Brooke? I'm kidding. Kind of.
Rafe saved Brooke. Allison finds Brooke, because directionally, makes sense. She wasn't that far ahead, realistically.
Yeah.
Does Margot follow?
What's Allison feeling as she goes towards Brooke Kaufman?
What a question.
What's the overwhelming feeling?
I'm a stab.
Yeah.
Stab. No, she's got
what if she was?
3 at the moment. 3 feelings.
Mm-hmm.
She's got jealousy, anger,
Mm-hmm.
and hurt. All three of them.
Once Allison has disappeared into a building, Margot will circumnavigate
the sun.
No.
Run away.
She will simply circumnavigate the building so it doesn't look like she's following her, but she is. And she will simply show up and be down the hall conveniently. Like, she's not going to interfere, but she does want to be in the vicinity in the event that she needs to move very quickly.
I see. Wow. Is Brooke standing, sitting? She's sitting in her classroom, right?
Reading her fucking syllabus.
I think maybe she like had to like go to the teacher's office or something. Mm-hmm. And so I would say maybe like now she is in transit towards the classroom.
Okay.
So Allison would step into rhythm with her.
This is the same hallway where
okay.
Skylar and Margot had their fight in the spring.
And then say, hey, let's talk. And then direct Brooke to an empty classroom and shut the door.
Margot Reyes suddenly has a locker right outside of that classroom. What do you know? What do you know? This is her locker now.
Very good.
Has she arrived? She just opens the door.
She simply
snapped
the lock with her fingertips. Like just the little like she's if you just pull it just a little bit, you can and then she just opens it and she starts putting things in it one by one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh my god.
Take a seat, please.
Okay. This is not normally how I'm quickly hurried into classrooms, but
and Allison takes a seat opposite Brooke.
Okay.
So you and Margot were in that place.
Mm-hmm.
And you helped.
I did.
How?
I sucked a guard's dick. Brooke isn't smiling. Brooke is deadpan. I just think it's very funny that I just said that. I think it's funny. But Brooke is like,
that's a star moment. Sam, please clip that. Thank you. Goodbye.
How did you learn that Margot needed help?
Margot stumbled her way into my office and it became pretty evident what was going on. There's not like a whole lot I could do, but I'm pretty good at some things, so I just used my skill set to help in the way that I could. I think I bought her maybe like 10 minutes.
Why help?
I told you, I told her, it's because it's Margot. I'm always gonna help Margot. I think I owe her that much after everything else.
Everything else?
Yeah. Do you need to know if I spit or swallowed? Like, what are we doing in here, Allison?
I want to know why KF is sending their bitch here.
I had the choice, and I wanted to come. I didn't have to.
And why did you?
I already fucked up my life enough, don't you think?
Why are you even alive?
What? Is that like philosophical? Do you need me to explain how ghouls work?
Why are you here? How are you here?
I can't die, Allison.
How do you know?
That I can't die?
Yeah.
I've been killed enough times. Keep coming back. That's how ghouls work.
Hmm.
Seriously.
It's okay.
Like, what's going on? I'm not getting in your way. I'm leaving Margot alone. I made sure our class schedules don't overlap. I'm trying to make this easy for all of us here.
Okay. There are, she stands up, things that are worse than dying. And she leaves the room.
Danny, you're muted?
You're muted. You're muted.
The instant before she leaves the room, you will hear a locker close and the sound of a lichen whooshing around the corner. She's going to yeet herself away from this situation.
Whoosh dive.
So as to not be seen. And so she's just around the corner going,
Brooke is still just sat at the desk and to no one just kind of raises her hands like, what the fuck?
Margot elsewhere. What the fuck?
Then she simply picks up her little backpack.
Oh no!
Her little syllabus in her little hands.
Oh
and
no!
To her classroom.
And takes her a hot little tail to her hot little class.
I just want to say that the sound of a lichen whooshing is surely a whoosh.
Yes. Damn. You are correct. Objectively.
Would have made that joke more timely, but I was muted.
I quit.
You can't blame me for that one. I didn't do it.
You were an accessory to it.
Probably, maybe not like immediately, but I suddenly realized that didn't mention that Ren knew about the cuckoo, so at some probably, but as he gets to his car, Rafe's just gonna be like, god damn it, and shoot that off to Allison,
which she should.
Yeah. What?
She should know about it. Jay would have told her.
Oh, right.
She couldn't be at the meeting. She was working, but
I forgot that she was technically on our team.
Yes.
Allison has made pretty clear that she doesn't want her to be.
Allison doesn't want Ren there, but
Rafe's not aware of that, so he's like, that might be pertinent.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Allison stalks off in a direction.
Margot's very stressed out now.
Oddly in the direction of Margot.
Great. Fucking great.
I rolled for it as well. It came up even. But she doesn't quite get there. She has a vision. So please roll.
She's just gonna have another day. The third day is the second half of the season is gonna be the rest of the first week of school. Is what's gonna happen. Because
are we even gonna get there?
So much shit is gonna happen. What do I roll for visions?
What do I roll for vision? Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Plus something.
It's a gaze into the abyss. I don't know why I had to think about that.
It's a failure then, which makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, I rolled a 6.
So she heads in the direction of Margot, doesn't quite make it there because she sits down, not kneeling, just sits staring.
On the ground?
Yeah.
Margot, is, I think, ducked into a different classroom. So, does not see the sitting down. If she doesn't feel anything, she would be kind of just out of eyesight, but not out of earshot. She knows what's happening, and she doesn't, what I'm saying is that she does not see this happen, but she would hear it happen if there was a sound associated with it.
Yeah, I say sit. It's more like a thump to the ground. You know when you like...
Oh.
Yeah, it's not, she's not falling. It's more like I need to sit, so it's not a graceful sit. It's something is happening. I need to sit.
Okay. Then, in that case, Margot would turn the corner and rush to the girl's side, despite being very stressed out because of said girl right now. She's just gonna sit with her to make it look like normal, like that one scene in Scrubs where the one guy gets knocked out and the other one says, "I just laid down next to you so it would look like we were both taking a nap."
Yeah, it's just like that. Does Margot touch her?
She's going to sit next to her, close enough to their knees would touch, their legs would touch.
She wouldn't touch her. She wouldn't hold her or anything like that.
She's not gonna grab her. Okay. She's because she doesn't want to disturb her, but she's it's like when someone's having a seizure, essentially she's gonna be right there.
Allison is gone for longer than her mum is.
It's a long time.
And starts shivering.
At that point, Margot would
and then she starts crying.
Take off whatever jacket or outerwear she is wearing and put it over Allison's shoulders and put an arm around her.
And then she passes out.
Great.
Don't worry, it's okay. Ugh, fuck.
Margot will scoop her girlfriend up. The second psychic in the past 24 hours that she has scooped.
Just shovel it on top of the previous one and move on.
Oh my god!
It's like barely been 12 hours.
I don't know that it has been 12 hours. It's not 11 in the morning yet.
Margot's gonna... Yep.
As you... Where scoop and throw where?
She's not gonna throw her anywhere. She's gonna take her into the classroom that she had ducked into.
With Brooke?
No, not that one!
Right.
The one down the...
Yeah, that would have been a bold decision. That would have been...
The one down the hall.
Scale of 1 to Weekend at Bernie's. How are you handling this?
Right.
Roll. Keep your cool. Margot.
Fine. You know who's not keeping his cool? This man.
He's a sausage wearing a burger shirt.
My cat is currently trying to catch a bug through the window. Go on. You got it. You got it.
It is a 9, 10 if we count that she is trying to protect Allison.
We will count this.
Which she often is.
So she's keeping her cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, you know what? Thank God. Because you duck into the classroom. You look out the window. And you see Skylar just wandering past the window.
I'm so sorry, Wellington. I'm so
and
sorry.
that's where we're going to end.
No!
This half of the season.
You can fuck immediately off.
Shouldn't have invoked his name. How dare I?
The stream's over. I guess we lost the MC.
Good. They know what they did.
Fuck immediately off. Immediately off.
You can come back now. I'm upset is the thing. And it's not your fault. But it is.
I mean, no, it's not my fault. Don't blame me. I didn't do it.
You did, actually, is the thing.
Maybe I did. Yeah. Gotta hate those stress visions, hey.
Uh-huh. And what they bring about.
I mean, she didn't summon Skylar.
I don't know that.
Oh, that's
she could have. That could be more Finley bullshit.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
That's Finley bullshit.
I don't know that for sure. There's no way for me. There's no empirical evidence to prove that at all.
I mean, if you could have rolled higher, you might have known. I'm just saying, but
Allison was like, I need to distract Brooke. How do I do this? I know.
I need someone to handle Brooke, so Brooke does not try to handle my girlfriend.
Brooke is not trying to handle your girlfriend. Oh my god!
Brooke has not made a move on Margot in so long.
Since when did that
Allison
matter
got
for
issues. It doesn't.
Allison does not feel good about Brooke.
Allison despises Brooke vehemently. And Brooke Kaufman is like, I've done nothing to deserve this. Meanwhile, the laundry list of things that Brooke has done to deserve this. However, none of that was within the last 3 months. So
it's true. The statute of limitations.
Except for the
fact
that...
in the last 3 months, Brooke has been very helpful. That one time.
True.
So when the puppy turns the puppy dog eyes to Allison, that is an indication that in fact, no, she doesn't know everything.
She just looks sad and tired. Because Allison is acting out. Acting out is the word.
Having a tantrum. You mean tantrum?
For zero reasons. Because Brooke, who allegedly is supposed to hate Allison as much as Allison hates her, did do a help when Margot stumbled into her office with the sole intent of finding Allison Finlay.
At a point in time when the two of them were angry at each other. Allison knows what that means.
They were kidnapped.
Brooke has also never hated Allison.
I know. I said
never.
But to Allison's it should be I hate you, and so naturally you hate me. We're enemies.
Brooke thinks it's funny to egg Allison on because it's very easy.
Yes.
And it is only easy because it's Margot. It's the only reason it's easy. Anyone else, any other situation, she would just be like, what the fuck are you?
Well, right, exactly. That's why it's so funny.
That's why it's funny. And because she finds it funny, she expects Brooke to mess with Margot because it's funny and easy.
Allison does not understand the way that Brooke perceives Margot.
No.
Correct.
No,
Allison
she does not.
Is a toy and it's haha funny. Margot, very different.
Not
very
toy.
different.
Yeah. Margot's not toy, even though Margot has at times during the past couple of seasons gotten that idea into her head.
Yes, and Margot has also thought she was a toy. Margot has never been that to Brooke.
Correct.
Yeah.
Margot has definitely been on the other side of thinking she thinks a piece of toy. She's playing with me right now.
And so Allison, from her perspective, is I'm not letting you toy with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Which
thereby making her a toy.
So funny.
Yeah.
She's fully 100% simply doing it to herself, which is just
yes. It is her one weakness is herself.
If Margot had been asking those questions, completely different conversation.
Yes.
But the fact that Allison was asking them and in the way that she did, how did I help? I sucked a Gred's dick. That's the answer.
You have literally wound her up and now you're getting to watch her go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Brooke's confused, but she's
still entertained.
Yep.
Brooke is entertained.
She has not yet seen that her
drink.
VF is
back in town.
On campus.
Boys are back in town.
I'm terrified.
Why are you terrified?
You did not want to say hello again to Skylar Moore, our favorite shitty white boy?
Our favorite.
That's not the way I describe it.
No, Sam, you don't get to talk. You did say just earlier in this very session that Tallulah had replaced Skylar almost in your head.
No.
Wait, when the fuck did Sam say that?
Happened earlier. That's
not what I said. I said that it seems like there will always be a character each season that just makes me want to scream. And in this season, it's Tallulah. Whereas previously it had been Skylar.
Yeah.
Skylar,
that feels like the same thing to me.
I also, during one of the breaks, I had the thought where I was because during season 1, it was always man, I think Skylar's the worst. And then Brooke would do something and be maybe Brooke's the worst. And it always ended up being it's so much easier for Skylar to become the worst again. So I'm pretty sure it's Skylar. Pretty sure, Skylar would just exist and be nah, no way, it's that guy. That guy's the worst. I would
simply like to know how Tallulah, innocent Tallulah, has made her way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Little Miss. Oh, so you do? Wait. She said you kidnapped people. Yes, we did. And then we violated violated them. Oh. Anyway, how do I recruit them better?
She has her reasons, and it's not evil.
Yeah. So,
God damn it,
Tallulah, I see that you're okay with kidnapping and personal violation. What's the ratio where you stop being okay with it?
Disagree.
How much kidnapping?
Tallulah has expressed that she was not on board with that portion,
Tallulah
and she did not know about it.
That was fucked up, and why did you do it? Hey, why?
And then once they said it, you were oh, okay, that's fine. Anyway, moving on.
There's no way to know.
Let you were like, they not only you say, did you kidnap them? And
This
she said,
is
yes, we
this is
did,
a
and
Tallulah
then we did
defense
more to
zone.
them.
This is
them, and then did more to them, and Tallulah was like,
no.
that sucks. Anyway,
She didn't say anyway.
It's the principle, but it's not the spirit. That is the letter of the law.
Defense zone. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I would also defend Tallulah in that one, of the sense of she has reasons that have not. Like,
she does think that KF has. She thinks that KF is not evil. She thinks that they are like inherently good, and she's like clearly misinterpreting the whole kidnapping thing. Like maybe that was her exaggerating.
You asked if they kidnapped, and then they not only said that they did kidnap, but then they also experimented on them.
Oh no!
They added that.
She didn't say the experiment.
No,
they didn't say experimentation part.
They took her abilities, which is a drug-related thing. So they drugged them.
Suppressed, yeah.
They suppressed.
They kidnapped them, drugged them in a lab, and then later was like, "Hey, just to point out, also, not a single one of these characters is good." Oh no!
Who among us is without sin?
Who among any of these characters is actually good?
Oh, that's fine.
We are all flawed characters,
it's okay,
and all
Sam.
deserving of love.
You can hate Tallulah. I just don't want you to hate her the way that you hate Skylar Moore.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like
there's actually you should hate her, but that's up to you, I guess.
It's
like
definitely
there's a difference
between
Skylar.
There's definitely orders of magnitude. Like,
yes,
but it's in a way for the same reason. It's just like it's for a much like Skylar's far away. Like that's like Tallulah's mucking around in the amateur league while Skylar long since went pro.
Except that Tallulah is doing better in that league, but at the same time, amateur league of not doing something that she explicitly believes is bad, whereas Skylar's like, it's bad. I want to have a go.
Oh yeah, like no, Skylar.
Which is to me the broad difference between
so much
them.
Worse.
It's intense. It's intent and impact in that way.
Yes,
but
I think the impact might be the same, but the intent is different between them.
Still trying to recruit lie into an organization, even though that organization said we did kidnap her and do things to her while she was kidnapped. Anyway, and then just immediately went back to trying to recruit her anyway.
Well, they, in Lie's defense, they did a yes, there was kidnapping involved, but also Tallulah was not kidnapped when she was recruited, and to Tallulah's knowledge, no one else has been kidnapped while they've been. So while she doesn't understand, it seems like an aberration rather than the rule of the company,
and also abstract because
she doesn't know what happened. She was at the coffee shop at the time.
Yeah, but for me, you've just said, so they gave a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And you went, yeah, but they only did it once. And I was like, yeah, but the deal was broken.
There's obviously some subtext, though. Like, KF definitely has Tal's sister, and like,
yeah.
Or has stopped her from dying or some shit. So I think in her mind, there is like, has to be an objective goodness to them for doing
there has to be a reason.
But I agree with like, how is that not enough that like you're supposedly like really care about and are into this person and they were literally kidnapped by your group and you're like, yes, but it's fine.
Yeah, but consider.
I do understand why that gives you pause.
Like I definitely appreciate like that she has a reason for doing it. Doesn't mean I wasn't sitting there wanting to scream.
I didn't want to scream. I just don't think it's Skylar level scream. That's all. That's the thing for me.
It was never Skylar level scream.
Skylar and Brooke are like S tier.
But
and Tal is maybe B tier.
Yeah, Skylar wasn't there. Like Skylar turned up, and I mean, it was like Tal who. Like,
I mean, yeah, because I can't imagine Brooke or Skylar do. Well, no, actually, I can't see Brooke doing it, but literally only for Margot. Tal called that meeting with Frankie to say, "Hey, just checking in. You guys are gonna fuck with Lie, right? Like, you're not gonna hurt them, right? Because I'm not gonna do this if you're going to like put them in danger. Because you didn't do the kidnapping thing. I need you to remind me why I'm doing this because you're not gonna get to them. There's me." But then there's them. You're not gonna do that to them.
I think it speaks volumes, though, that all Shawnee had to do was literally just place Skylar Moore on screen 150 yards away through a window.
Yeah.
And everyone said, I can fuck away.
Yeah, no.
And I immediately had to leave.
Cannot,
very powerful energy
cannot
in that moment, which I love.
Expelled.
Like Brooke comes back and Brooke makes a splash, but you're also like, haha, oh yeah, there's Brooke. Skylar Moore comes back and you're like,
get the fuck out.
Yeah. Like I cannot be clear enough that Tal is nowhere near approaching Skylar level. It was just they were serving the role that Skylar was, and the reaction was only strongly the fact that Skylar wasn't there.
I am going to
stop
the
is now
because
there,
you said
and it's just
serving the role, and I realized I'm hungry now.
We should also serve the role.
Let's serve the role.
I mean, we could wait another half hour. We get to 8
No,
hours.
I want not that.
Oh, you're just trying to get out before it's 8 hours.
That. I
see.
No.
Yeah. Hey, Shani.
I, for one, would like
you can just turn it off.
Roll.
It's okay.
There's a button for that.
Okay. Bye, everyone. We'll see you in 3 weeks or something. I don't know.
We almost did it.